Welcome back to Bay Area Breakdown. I'm here with my co-host.
Justin Kim.
Today we're going to be recapping the Warriors games over the last week, and then we're going to do a championship draft where we pick players from the Dynasty to create a starting five and six man. So we can get into the games over the last week. So our first game of the week was against the Bucks, where we were able to win. Um, Convincing win. I think we had a really good run early, shot very well early in the game. We got 20 from Kuminga. My big takeaway is Trace Jackson Davis. He's a game changer. I don't want to say dominated, but he had a little good block spree and a couple of dunks. A lot of blocks on Giannis, and I'm just glad we were able to get it done in a tough competition. Knowing what's happening later in the week, I'm just glad we were able to get this win.
Yeah, I think it was a great win. It was like a 30-point win, right?
25-point win
Yeah, 25
or
point,
35-point win.
35, yeah. Like like what Thomas Lee said, we started off good and then we were kind of cold during the second or during the halftime stretch. And then we were doing good during the fourth quarter again. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean the game got a little bit closer than you wanted. I think it got down to single digits, but then we were able to pull away.
Mhm.
Trace Jackson Davis in that third quarter, fourth quarter, like bench spree, really kind of separated and put the nail in the coffin.
Yeah, adding to Jackson Davis, like Steve Kerr's like letting him like develop, and I could see Jackson Davis very bright, like maybe next year, two
hmm
years. Do you agree?
Yeah, I mean I see his progression. If he can be the guy, the perfect fit in the Warrior system, which is guys set screens, rolls, rebounds, and then block some shots.
Mhm.
I mean, I think like if he can fit in, that's what we wanted Wiseman to be a couple years back. And I think
Yeah,
Chris Jackson Davis now, he fits that role like perfectly. Um, and he's taller than Looney. Looney's a good rebounder, solid defender, but the thing is he's 6'9". Having Trace Jackson Davis, who's a little bit taller, and giving us a little bit more length, it kind of takes away that weak point we have throughout the whole dynasty.
yeah.
Okay, we can move on to the second game, the game next day on the back-to-back against the Bulls. We lost that one 125 to 122. I'm not really shocked that we lost back to back, but I was more concerned that in crunch time we weren't able to pull it out. We were never able to like pull away at the beginning of the game, and then the Bulls actually took a 10-point lead late in the game. We got it close, but then in crunch time we collapsed again.
Oh yeah. Well, Chicago Bulls were shooting 44% from three, which is very good, and we were only shooting 26% from the three,
hmm
which was very significant.
Yeah, my big thing is like I said, crunch time. Um, I mean, we just weren't able to score in crunch time. Like DeMar being clutch, DeMar getting a couple of getting free throws and then hitting a big shots. I mean, we were up by we were up by I think a point when DeMar went on a little like got a foul, got the free throws, and then we weren't able to finish the game.
Yeah, I want to kind of add on. Well, during the Bulls game, we let Nikola V like we
Vucevic?
went Nick. Yeah, we let him like go crazy for 33 points,
hmm
which was pretty bad.
hmm
Yeah.
And then another loss to the Spurs. This one I think was a pretty bad loss. In the Bulls game we did lose Curry to an ankle injury. So that kind of like showed in the Spurs game. We didn't have our guy, and um, we just came out flat. We didn't really, you know,
We
dominate
lost
at the beginning
energy.
like we should have. Yeah, and then going to halftime, we let them go on a big run, and we
Yeah.
went on a scoring drought.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. This one wasn't really like
Curry's
one.
back this week, right?
That's the hope. Um, we'll see if he misses any more games. But this game, the Spurs game, first Spurs game at home, we just didn't take the lead and we really didn't do anything. We didn't like make it close. They had a pretty consistent lead to the end. Um and I mean we need Steph back. The two games he's missed so far are against the Spurs. We split one. I don't know how it's gonna feel going to the games this week. Any more thoughts on the first Spurs game?
The first Spurs game, we this is crazy to hear, but we let San Antonio Spurs shoot 50% from three,
Hmm.
17 out of 33.
Hmm.
Yeah. And it was like San Antonio Spurs are not a good 3 point shooting team either. So that was hurt. And then we let like four people score like at least 20 plus too. So yeah.
Yeah. And then the last game of the week, the second Spurs game in San Antonio, we were able to pull this one out. We didn't collapse in crunch time even without Steph. Going to the half, they were actually leading, but after a little bit of run in the beginning of the third quarter, they got to a 10-point game. Then we made our run and we kind of separated, got a solid lead, and then ultimately won by 10.
Yeah. Like yeah, like what you said, we were trailing and then we like got our rhythm during fourth quarter. Like
Yeah.
Jonathan Kaminga stepped up. He had like he scored like I think it was like 14 like in second half, I think.
Hmm. And
Yeah.
obviously the big moment, Trace Jackson Davis dunking on Wemby. I don't think it's as big of a deal. I mean, it's a good dunk. I think it was really good highlight, but at the same time, I think it was more like the energy that it brought, rallying the team together, kind
Yeah.
of like showing the team like, hey, we can still win games without Steph. I think that's like the bigger takeaway than like the highlight itself. Just having a guy off the bench, a rookie, the guy who was doubted, who was passed up on, showing off against the number one overall pick, the energy that it brings, the confidence that it brings, it just like,
Yeah.
yeah, it showed the whole bench. Like you can see the bench reaction, Steve Kerr's reaction. They were all super excited.
Hmm.
So going to this next week, we have a game against the Mavs at Dallas. We got a game in LA against the Lakers, and then we got a Knicks game at home.
Yeah.
So we don't know when Steph's coming back. He's hopefully coming back sooner rather than later. But if Steph's not back for the Dallas game, how would you, or he's not going to be there for the Dallas game, actually. We know for a fact he's
Yes.
back for
Yes.
the Dallas game.
Yeah. Hmm.
And then we can kind of assume that he's going to be questionable for the Lakers game. What are we
Yeah.
thinking about the
Match
outlook
game?
for next week?
Like all of the games?
Yeah.
I think we might lose a nail biter to the Dallas Mavericks because it's at Dallas and Dallas also a great team.
Hmm.
Lakers have been hot, but I see the Warriors just like kind of pulling it off. And Knicks, I think we could win at least by like two possessions, maybe.
Yeah, I'd say for the Dallas game, I mean, if we can keep it close, maybe get like one of those like underdog games that we get, especially like I remember during like the 2022 season when Steph, Clay, or Dre be resting. You get like these games where Jordan Poole would pop off, Andrew Wiggins would pop off, just someone off
Yeah.
the bench who just has performance out of nowhere. And I think, Clay, if Clay can step up, maybe Pajemski gets a big game, Chris Paul have a good like facilitating game, then I think maybe we have a chance against the Mavericks. As for the Lakers game, I mean, all the Lakers Warriors games are super close, and they're all like exciting games. So I'm interested to see, if the Stars aren't playing, how we'd fare. Um, Obviously, last time LeBron wasn't playing and the Warriors were able to win. We'll see if like it happens the same way if Steph's not playing, and we'll see if they can, keep another close game, maybe pull it out. And then the Knicks game, hopefully Steph's back by then. If not, I don't know. I mean, Knicks are a good team. They're a good defensive team, coached by Thibodeau. Obviously, they're gonna be great defensively. Brunson's gonna be a handful to stop, and I just don't see a guy who's gonna be like the shot maker that Steph is. But if Steph is back and we'll assume healthy, I think we have a better chance. We have to play good defense, but I think Steph can make some shots, get some open lanes. But I just think without Steph, it's gonna be really hard to break down the Knicks defense.
Yeah.
So that was the recaps and the future. So now let's get into the bulk of the episode where we're going to do our championship team draft. So the rules are you have to pick a player from the dynasty. You have to specify the year that you want, and you're building a starting five and a six man. And we're going to see at the end who builds a better starting five. We have to convince each other that obviously we have the better starting five. And if you pick a player that's not on a champion that on a team that didn't win the championship, you lose
Yeah.
your pick, and the next person gets the draft,
You lose a
and
pick?
you lose a pick. Yep.
Oh my God. Okay.
And then if you pick a player, for example, if you were to take 1 year of a player and they were on multiple teams, you can't pick them again. So once Steph is taken, no
You
one we
can.
can't get like different years of Steph. Steph's off
Okay.
the board.
Hmm.
All right, so let's get it started. So you get the first pick. Who are you taking?
I'll choose 2022 Stephen Curry.
Okay, so 2021, 2022 Steph.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, you can't go wrong there. I mean, do you want to explain your pick?
Uh, he also like he averaged 6 assists, 6 rebound, so that's decent. And he averaged like 30 points that year too. So yeah,
I think you got the wrong year.
actually,
He averaged 25.5 that year.
I still go with that 25.
Okay. I had Steph on the board, but I had his 2017, 2018 year. Um, he averaged a little bit more points, averaged same amount of rebounds and assists. But you got Steph. I'm gonna take the second best option. Kevin Durant, 2017, 2018. So this was
Okay.
the second championship year with KD, All NBA first team. He was ninth in Defensive Player of the Year, seventh in MVP voting, and obviously an All-Star. Averaged 26.4 points per game, averaged 5.4 assists, and 6.8 rebounds. Um, I don't think you can go wrong with like KD is the second guy. Obviously, um, there's 2 years to pick from. I think his second year was his better year, and he was more efficient that second year. So yeah, KD is the my first pick.
For my second pick, I'll go 2024, 2015, Clay Thompson. Because
2014, 2015.
yeah, 14 through 15. I didn't like get the wrong research
That's the right year.
again,
That's the
but
right year.
he averaged like 21.7 points and 43.9 from three, which is excellent 3-point shooting.
Yeah, that's the year I had two for Clay.
Yeah.
All right. So then I think we know what's gonna be next. I'm gonna take Draymond. Specifically, I'm gonna take 2016, 2017 Draymond.
Dang it. Oh my God.
So this is the defensive player of the year, Draymond. Um, and NBA third team. He was all-star, averaged 10 points, averaged 2 steals, 7 assists, and 8 rebounds, and a block and a half a game. This was a shot about 50%, 30% from three. So this wasn't a good three-point shooting year. But I'm picking Draymond for his versatility. This is defensive player of the year. KD can be the offense and Draymond's my defense. So
Mhm.
Draymond's my second pick.
Okay. With my, let's see, third pick, I'll go Andrew Iguodala, 2014, 2015.
Okay.
I feel like I kind of reached for that, but yeah.
And you're taking him because like for his defense?
Hmm.
Yeah. So 2014, 2015, you said?
Yeah, 2014 to that. Yeah.
Yeah, so like about 8 points a game, a steal a game, and then he was or fourth in six man of the year voting. So he's a good, defensive guy. I mean, you have Steph, so you probably want some defense there.
Yeah.
So my team's not built on chemistry, but it's based on skill. So I'm gonna be taking Jordan Poole, 2021, 2022 Jordan Poole. He's gonna be my point guard. Most
Point guard.
improved, fourth and most improved player, 18 and a half points, um, about like 0.8 steals, 4 assists. He can still facilitate a little bit. Led the league in free throw shooting, and then he was a 36% three-point shooter, so he can still stretch the floor a little bit. And this was the year Jordan Poole kind of broke out, and I think this was the year he was cool with Draymond. So I think it's fine having him, Draymond on the team. This is not the punch year, so yeah.
Punching you.
Jordan Poole is my third pick.
Let's see. I can't choose Draymond Green anymore, right?
No, because I took Draymond.
I was gonna take him as my son. Okay. Let's see. With my fourth, right?
Hmm.
Fourth pick, I'll go. Let's see. Oh my God, who do I choose?
So you right now you have Steph, Clay, and
Clay,
Iguodala.
Iguodala. Yeah. Okay, so you can choose him again. Okay. With my fourth pick, I'll go Andrew Wiggins.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which year? Or I guess he
2000,
only has 1 year.
yeah, 2021, 2022 against Celtics.
Yeah.
He was one of the contenders for, or what do you think? Do you think he was close to winning the Finals MVP?
I don't think they were ever going to take it away from Steph, but he was obviously the second best player in that series.
Yeah, he was like up there.
Averaged 17.2 a game. Averaged about a steal and almost a block,
Hmm.
4 rebounds, 2.2 assists, and
Yes, so like
almost a 40% shooter that year.
so just like a floor generator.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So with my fourth pick, I'm gonna take Andrew Bogut as my center. This is
No.
the one thing that I went into the draft knowing I had to go get because the Warriors don't have like many centers, I'd say, like in their dynasty. So went back to 2014, 2015, got Andrew Bogut. He was second in defensive player of the or second team all defense, sixth in defensive player of the year. And having Draymond and Bogut down there, I think, really good rebounds, 8.1 rebounds that year, and um, well, a block like 1.7 blocks. So he's gonna be another guy just back there, being the defensive hound that he is, locking up locking up the paint. And he was a good shooter, 56% shooter from the field. Just Draymond gonna get a bunch of dump ins, a bunch of easy opportunities, and I think Bogut's just the perfect guy. Having Poole and KD being your perimeter options. Bogut's pretty good down low, like big. So Andrew Bogut's my fourth pick.
My God. Give me a second. I'm gonna choose. Let's see.
So we'll recap real quick. So you have Steph, Clay, Wiggins, and Iguodala.
Yeah,
I have KD, Draymond, Jordan Poole, and Andrew Bogut.
you stole one of my picks there, bro.
Yeah. So you still need a big or center unless you're gonna play Iggy slash Wiggins at the five. And then I'm looking at another wing, potentially a guard slash forward.
You know what? As you remember, I'll go Kevon Looney, 2021, 2022 rebound machine.
Hmm.
Yeah, he
So I
plays
mean that was my other big
defense.
big man pick if I didn't get Bogut.
Yeah,
Because rebound, he had 7.3 rebounds, and a 57% shooter from the field. Didn't really score that much, 6 points
yeah.
a game, but I think you're not getting it from scoring.
I'm getting him for rebounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And for my last guy,
You're a six man or
no, my last starter,
Mhm.
I'm gonna go Quinn Cook from
Queen Cook?
Quinn Cook from 2017, 2018.
That
Um,
reach is crazy.
I need another guard, uh, point guard, and I don't think that's that big of a reach. 2017, 2018, his stats were or yeah, 2017, 2018, his stats were 9 points a game, so almost 10 points a game. Um,
Yeah, solid.
2.7 assists, 2.7, 2.5 rebounds. And I mean, it's a 10 point per game scorer. He doesn't have to be like the main guy. You got Poole and KD. I just need a guy who can play the point guard, be the second ball handler, um, and just do all that. Just somebody who can contribute and just be a guy, a young guy who can go off a little bit, 44.2% or 3-point shooter. So he can shoot the ball, right? He's a
Yeah.
floor spacer, a ball handler. I just think Quinn Cook's just a guy who's underrated on this dynasty teams, that 2017-2018 year.
Yeah, I feel you. Okay.
Okay, and then
Six men.
six men.
Have you chose Sean Livingston yet?
No.
Oh my god, what did I do? There's three players I like. I'll go GP2. Yeah, you heard it right.
Okay. Damn. Okay.
For defense, he
Yeah.
he, he can play some offense at times. Yeah,
Yeah, that I
it's a
think
good
is
defense
his
team.
best year of his career. 7.1 points, a steal and a half a game, and 35% from three.
Yeah, good defense team right here.
Yeah. So for my last pick, um, I'm down to two players that I really liked. Um, I think I'm gonna go Harrison Barnes from that first championship year.
Harrison Barnes.
Hmm. Another 10 point per game scorer. Um, he shot 40% from three, so he's still good, good, what do you call it, 3 point shooter. And I think he can play the two guard when I want Poole starting Poole playing the point guard. I think Harrison Barnes can slide into the two guard.
Mm-hmm.
I mean he's 6'8", so he's a little taller, but I don't think he's that bad defensively where we have to like worry about him being the two guard. And I just think he provides a little bit more value than than what I could have gotten because he was a starter on the team. And yeah. So I'll go through my team real quick. So I got Poole starting, or I have Quinn Cook as my point guard, Jordan Poole is my shooting guard, KD small forward, Draymond power forward, and Andrew Bogut is my center. And I have Harrison Barnes off the bench.
I think my team's better.
What's your team?
I got Steph Curry, Clay, Wiggins, Iguodala, Looney, and GP2.
It's a small team.
Yeah, but it's a good defensive team.
I mean, yeah, but I think who's guarding
Wiggins,
KD?
KD,
Is
Wiggins,
KD guarding KD?
Wiggins.
Wiggins.
Yeah.
Putting Wiggins on KD?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I mean, I think my team's borderline as good as yours defensively.
Come on. My team's better.
I don't think so. I mean, look, Steph's gonna be Steph, right?
Mm-hmm.
Clay's cool. He's a guy, but he's a catch and shoot guy. KD can go chase him around, right? Having Iguodala as your power forward,
Yeah.
like I mean, you have no scoring off the in the front court. You
Mm-hmm.
have, I mean, what? You have Wiggins who can guard by Draymond. Iguodala's not going to provide much scoring. And then Looney's just there for the rebounds. He'll set some screens, but I mean, come on.
Oh my God. Uh,
And then GP2 off the bench. He's cool, but he's small. He's not doing anything with, I mean, he can be sitting in that corner and he can be trying to guard KD. Like his head is gonna be right at KD's hip. KD don't even see him.
oh my. Uh, let's see.
What's your argument? You have no argument.
Who's gonna guard Steph Curry?
Hey, Steph's gonna be Steph. Steph's gonna run around. We'll put Quinn Cook. Quinn Cook's young. He can go run around with Steph.
I don't think. Okay, who's gonna guard Clay?
KD. KD can guard Clay.
Wiggins is gonna pop off then.
With Draymond on him?
Yep.
Draymond clamping down Wiggins.
Nope. That little fadeaway is gonna get him.
That little fadeaway. Draymond blocks those fadeaways. Draymond's one of the best at blocking those. This is defensive player of the year, Draymond. You gotta remember. This isn't no current Draymond. This is prime defensive player of the year, like a steal and a block a game, Draymond.
Oh my
Like
God.
he knows exactly what Steph's gonna do.
Looney is a better rebound machine than.
Then Bogut?
Yeah.
No way.
No, playoff Looney.
All right, well you forget Bogut then. Bogut was getting those rebounds.
I think Looney was too though.
Looney had a couple of big games rebound wise,
Like
but
20.
you forget about Bogut, man. Bogut's gonna be banging down there. And you gotta remember, Bogut's 7 foot tall. Looney only seven or Looney only 6'9".
That's that's only like a few inch, bro.
Hey, those few inches do make a big difference.
No.
That's the difference why Isaiah Thomas not in the league anymore. If he were 6'1", I bet you he'd be hooping right now.
Too funny, bro.
All right, well. We can keep debating this, but we'll see you back next week as we recap and talk Warriors. See ya.
Subscribe.